Cherbourg's ours, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to celebrate.
Celebrate? Have you seen those casualty figures I sent you?
Andrew, don't be such a party pooper. We won.
I agree, Joe. It is time to celebrate. Thanks to you, we have a deep sea harbor in France.
And they're gonna have a hell of a time getting us out, too, huh?
Perhaps. We're behind schedule. The casualty figures are higher than expected, and the Germans are digging in behind every hedgerow. This campaign is far from over.
Campbell, let it go. Have a drink. This Calvados stuff is great. And relax, for crying out loud.
You are aware that there's more to war than promotion and medals.
Back off, Andrew. Every one of those deaths means something to me. Right now, I'm paying attention to the living. Us.
Well, I shall leave you to your debauchery. I don't forget the fallen as easily as you do.
Oh, hell. Andrew!
Forget him, Joe. He's a relic of a dying empire from a world that no longer exists. The future belongs to the Americans and the Russians.
And the night belongs to us. We can worry about the world tomorrow. I told him, of course, Senator. Listen, everybody wants this war.
Oh, yes. Quite. So, General Browning.
At ease, gentlemen. You're here to be briefed on Marshal Montgomery's plan for the Holland offensive. We'll be dropping 3 airborne divisions behind enemy lines, from Eindhoven to Arnhem. Each one is tasked with seizing and holding a bridge in its area for the British 30th Corps, who will roll from here to the Rhine in a few days.
I think Montgomery's plan is simply brilliant, audacious, well conceived.
Your 101st Division, General Sheridan, will have to seize the first bridges around Eindhoven. General Gavin's 82nd will be dropped on Nijmegen, and the main objective of this mission,
Sir,
will be for your Red Devils, General Urquhart, the bridge at Arnhem.
My pleasure, sir.
but sir, what about me?
General Weatherby, your 17th Airborne Division will be kept as reserve in England.
Sir, intel reports say that Holland is defended by third-rate outfits, those too young or too old for active service. Of course, Dutch resistance reports contradict this, and they say that...
Thank you, Colonel. We all know the accuracy of the reports from the resistance networks. Well, gentlemen, you've all received copies of the plan to study with your staff. You've got work to do. I suggest you get to it.
Market Garden. Where the hell did he come up with these names anyway?
Well, if we can't understand it, a spy certainly can't.
You got a real obsession for that, huh, Campbell?
Well, there is a spy out there. Have you forgotten Tunisia? Or Monte Cassino? Even Normandy, when the 17th SS just showed up purely by coincidence?
Nobody blames you for that, Colonel.
I don't care what a few idle gossipers say about me.
Then what's the problem?
This operation! Straight north on a single road with 4 bridges? Supposing some clever Jerry like, von Richter decides to reinforce or even destroy a single one of them.
According to our reports, it's our best troops against a bunch of demoralized third-rate stragglers.
I've heard that song before.
Campbell, putting doubts in the mind of the commanding officer on the eve of the operation is not helpful. Do you expect him to peer behind every bush and go at half speed?
Excuse me.
Your behavior is unacceptable.
Andrew! You're not being helpful.
Enough. Since I cannot offer the same incentives as Miss Garner, I will apply for a transfer to General Horrocks' staff. General Sheridan, Miss Garner, I wish you well.
Forget it, Joe. It was bound to happen. You've outgrown him. Colonel, at his age, with his experience, pathetic. Operation Market Garden has started, Joe.
Did they give us the exact coordinates for the paratroopers?
Yes, sir. We take Valkensar to open the way for the tanks of the Irish Guards. They'll clear the path to Eindhoven. Sir, if we send a recon plane, we can figure out how many units they have hidden in the town.
This is HQ.
The 30th Corps is in position. They're waiting for your signal that we've taken Valkensvard to start the offensive.
Evening, Tom. Ready for action?
Yes, sir. unit to destination. Rookies are training, they'll be ready soon.
Heavy infantry reporting.
Flying units in sector. You now have blitz capacity.
What's the objective? Just point the way.
Blitz support in progress in the sector, sir.
Firepower, sir.
A new ruse is at our disposal. Reporting. Unit under sustained fire. Move to destination.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish him.
Squad commander, open fire on target.
Dallas ready.
Unit reports damage, sir.
They won't bother you anymore. Let's go. Move, move, move.
Head to the new
Sir,
position.
Valkensard is secured. I'll signal the 30th Corps.
Now it's time to deal with Eindhoven.
Careful, sir. The Dutch resistance reports there's an anti-aircraft position nearby.
You'll have to knock out the AA, Joe. Otherwise, we can't drop the paratroopers on Eindhoven.
Blitz capacity has been exhausted, sir. Sir, blitzing is no longer possible in this sector. This is HQ. New unit production requested. Blitz support in progress in the sector, sir.
Heavy infantry reporting.
Sir, units are enforcing radio silence.
Need some firepower, sir? What's the objective? Just point the way. Heavy infantry reporting.
This is HQ. New unit production requested.
What's the objective? Just point the way.
Move to the indicated position, Commander.
Firepower, enemy is trapped. Now finish him. Covering fire. They won't bother you anymore. We'll walk in the park. Hammer 'em, boys. Hit 'em where it hurts.
Sir, the 30th Corps has started its advance. The road to Eindhoven will be secured soon.
Now finish 'em.
Eindhoven is close, General.
Sir, if we take the city, you can guarantee the Krauts will hit back.
Old men and untrained children. Don't worry about them.
Blitz capacity has been
Eindhoven is surrounded by MG nests, sir. We'll have to drop our men inside the city.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish 'em.
Unit being ambushed. Taking heavy fire.
Let's tear them apart. Sir, we're getting the hell
Reports
out of here.
confirmed. Target destroyed. Reporting. Unit under sustained fire.
They won't bother you anymore.
Yes, sir. Starting unit production. Production canceled as ordered. Head to the new position, man.
Let's tear
Reporting
them
enemy
apart.
losses.
They won't bother you anymore.
This is HQ. New unit production requested.
Need some firepower, sir?
Unit reports damage, sir.
Tear 'em
Unit
apart.
reports enemy neutralized.
They won't bother you anymore. Need some firepower, sir? What's the objective? Just point the way.
New ruse is now available. You have the
Enemy
coordinates to
infantry
proceed to
reporting.
position.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish him. What's the objective? Just point the way. Covering fire.
Receiving report. Enemy unit destroyed.
Now finish him. Bother you anymore.
Head to the new position, man.
God damn it. Right at chow time.
Receiving report. Our units are under fire. Unit reports heavy fire.
Assault! Move, move, move!
Unit reports enemy neutralized.
They won't bother you and tear them apart.
Reporting enemy unit down, sir.
Assault!
Unit reports heavy
The
fire.
enemy is trapped. Now finish them. They won't bother you anymore.
Sir, German tanks are moving on Eindhoven from the north.
Unit under fire.
Hammer 'em.
Unit reports
The
enemy
is trapped.
neutralized.
Now finish them. Won't bother you anymore.
Sir, radio silence is no longer being observed.
General Gavin's 82nd Airborne is being dropped on Nijmegen, sir.
Let's tear them apart.
Reporting.
They won't
Unit
bother
under
you
sustained
anymore.
fire. Enemy engaged.
Covering fire.
Receiving report. Our units are under fire.
Enemy tanks destroyed, sir. Sir, mobile artillery are preparing to fire on the city.
Trapped. Now finish them. Let's tear them apart. They won't bother you anymore.
The first step is taken. Eindhoven is yours.
Covering
Sir,
fire.
Kate,
reporting enemy.
why the hell are there so many veteran German forces in this sector?
It must be a coincidence. A handful of tanks, remnants of a defeated division.
Sir, we need to neutralize the German HQ controlling the bridge at Somme. This armored group will be on alert to support their HQ.
And here?
Mobile artillery.
From there they can cover the whole town.
Sir, 30th Corps engineers have built a new airstrip for us. Those Sturm Tigers are too dangerous, sir. As long as they're flying, we can't move freely.
Joe, you should scout the zone before you drop the paratroopers.
If I may, sir, this concern for the lives of your men does you credit.
New ruse is now available. Radio silence now active. Sir, units are enforcing radio silence. Rookies are training, they'll be ready soon.
What's the objective? Just point the way. Need some firepower, sir? What's the objective? Just point the way.
Squad commander, go to your new position.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish him.
Move unit into position.
The enemy is trapped.
New ruse is now available.
Let's tear them apart. They won't bother you anymore, sir.
Move to destination. Full speed.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish. Hammer them, boys. Hit them where it hurts. They won't bother you
Squad
anymore.
commander, target unit and following coordinates.
Fix bayonet. Business looks good.
Unit
boys.
reports heavy fire.
Covering fire. Yes, we'll pass.
General, the AA defense has been neutralized.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish them.
Reporting. Unit under sustained fire. Move unit into position.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish them.
This is HQ. New unit production requested.
Need some firepower, sir? Heavy infantry reporting.
Recruitment has started, sir.
What's the objective? Just point the way. Heavy infantry reporting.
Unit
Need some
production in
firepower,
progress.
sir? Heavy infantry reporting. Need some firepower, sir?
New ruse is now available.
What's the objective? Just point the way. Heavy infantry reporting.
Move unit into position.
Need some firepower, sir? Heavy infantry reporting.
Recruitment has started, sir.
What's the objective? Just point the way. Need some firepower, sir? Heavy infantry reporting. Need some firepower, sir? Heavy infantry reporting. What's the objective? Just point the way.
Move to the indicated position, Commander.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish him. Let's tear them apart.
Move to destination. Full speed.
Move out, soldiers. Scatter formation. They won't bother
have
you.
your
Let's
target.
tear them
Destroy it.
apart.
Over.
Ellis for heroes. I'll see you there. Assault! Move!
Reporting.
Move!
Unit under sustained fire.
Assault! They won't
Enemy
bother you
engaged.
anymore.
You have the coordinates. Proceed to
Pass.
position.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish him.
Move to destination. Full speed.
You heard the man. Capture the
Sir,
car.
radio silence is no longer operational. Receiving report. Radio silence is off. Squad commander, move out.
The enemy is trapped. Now finish
New
him.
ruse is now available.
Sir, a battalion of heavy tanks is approaching the HQ. They'll soon be moving through Son.
Yes, sir. Starting unit production. Squad commander,
Enemy
move out.
is trapped. Now finish him. Let's tear him
Sir,
apart.
reporting enemy unit has been destroyed.
Let's go. Move, move, move.
Enemy raids are interrupting supply lines.
Sir, the city has been secured.
Good news. The 30th Corps is coming to join us.